UFC Fight Night, Muhammad vs. BONFIM is going down this Saturday, and I'm going to give you my predictions over the entire card. We're back in the Apex this weekend. It's a stereotypical Apex card. We'll just get right into it. We got the early prelim opener of Ketlin Souza versus Irene Carnelosi. I'm gonna take Ketlin Souza to win this fight. Yeah, yep, Ketlin Souza. Next up, we have Halisla, Jason. We got Chavez versus Yunzi Dubin. I'm gonna take Dubin to win this fight. She did get head kick KO'd in her last fight against Carly Judice, I want to say. I don't think that's that bad of a loss. Obviously, you would have liked her to not get that, but she might be a kill or be killed type lady. So, I'm going to take her to beat Chavez, who has some very, very questionable wins on her record. The first person she ever fought that had a winning record was in Contender Series. And she has a few people who have been, that's their one fight, but it's not actually listed as a real fight type deal on their record. Just some weird stuff going on. Makes me not really want to choose her to win. So I will be taking Dubin to win this fight. I do think it's going to be a solid fight, though. Both of these guys like to chuck bombs. Both of them want to get the KO. So, I think Dubin's going to find it. Up the card, we have Jordan Levitt versus Joanderson Brito. This is a bit of a tough one. I think I'm going to take Jordan Levitt to win this fight. Hey, I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't want this guy to win the fight. I think he's probably gonna. He's bumping down from 55. This is his second fight at featherweight. He did look. He impressed me a lot when he bumped down to featherweight to fight Yadir Deval. He did look solid in that fight. Maybe the only reason he looked solid in that fight was because Del Val couldn't pay him to lose. You know what I mean? So, I guess we'll see. I think he's just gonna be able to use his wrestling to kind of just wet blanket Brito, though. You don't see that happen very, very often against Brito. But Levitt's bumping down from lightweight. He is a bigger guy, not by much. He's only an inch taller. He's got less reach. But he's just a stockier fella, He's used to fighting at a bigger weight class, heavier weight class. I think Levitt gets this one done via boring smudge fest against Joanderson Brito. Next up the card, we have Priscilla Cachoeira versus Chelsea Chandler. I'm going to take Cachoeira to win this fight. I do not think either of these ladies are UFC material. I really don't think Chelsea Chandler is UFC material, though. She got a Trayshawn Gore ass record looking at it. But Trayshawn Gore has finishing ability, You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm gonna take Priscilla to win this fight. She looks more like a man, and that's the determining factor in my pick in this one. That's how she goes. Next up the card, On to something that has a little bit more to break down. We got Bruno Silva versus Edgar Chairez. I'm gonna take Edgar to win this fight. Um, Bruno Silva, he is dangerous. Not super dangerous. He's a flyweight, but you know what I mean. He Silva could win this fight. He could just outclass Chairez. I think Chairez is going to be able to use his range to really get his striking on the feet going, though. I think that's going to frustrate Silva on the feet to the point of wanting to get in close. Either get into a clinch situation or actually try for a takedown. And I think when that happens, if he clinches, Chairez is just going to take his legs out, take him down. If Silva goes for his own takedown, I could see Chairez kind of just accepting it and working from his back. Getting into his guard and trying to throw something up off the back like a triangle or something of the sorts. I think it's gonna go to a decision, and I think it's gonna be a Chairez decision on this one. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I do like Bruno Silva in this fight, but I don't like him enough to choose him to win. Obviously it's MMA. Everyone has a chance just about at any time. But I really do think Bruno Silva has a solid chance at winning a decision. I just think Chairez, he's got 6 inches of reach. I think he's going to be able to stay on the outside and just point fight. And if Silva gets frustrated and goes in is when it's going to end up on the ground. I don't think Chairez is going to go out there with his wrestling and try and out-wrestle Silva. I think he's going to stay on the outside and jab and teep. I think that's truly how I see this one going, is Chairez staying on the outside, using his jab, leg kicking, tossing in some teeps here and there, and just point fighting and winning this fight via a kickboxing decision. Next up the card, we had Marcus McGee versus John Giannis. Giannis has some crazy eyes. I mean, this guy looks like the fella from Toy Soldiers, and Giannis has don't meet me in a dark alleyway eyes. You know what I mean? I am gonna take Marcus McGee to win this fight. His last loss is to Petr Yan. That's obvious. That's not a bad loss at all. No matter how you chop it up, whatever. That's not a bad loss. Yan is a stud fighter in the bantamweight division. He's champ right now. You know what I mean? I think McGee's just a little ball of muscle. Look at the builds. I mean, yeah, Giannis is bumping down from featherweight, but it's McGee, who is a very solid grappler, has decent power in his hands, fighting Giannis, who isn't the best. That's about how I'm gonna chop it up. Giannis just isn't the best. He's not a terrible fighter. Obviously he can win in the UFC, so he can win fights. I don't think he's gonna beat Marcus McGee though. I think McGee's just gonna just going to be too athletic. He's going to be too much for John Giannis. So I will be taking Marcus McGee to win this fight via, I'm going to say, late second round stoppage. I think he's going to get the TKO. I think he's really going to get that jab going and just start piecing up Giannis and just causing some damage. Marcus McGee to get this one done. Next up the card, we have Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell on the feature fight of the prelims versus Alessandro Costa. I'm going to take Costa to win this fight. Matt Schnell has no chin. Zero chin. Costa's been knocked out a few times too. Don't get me wrong. He if he gets clipped, he could get wobbled. Matt Schnell's brain has made the connection that when it gets hit in the face, it turns off. There's nothing he can do now to save his chin. When he gets hit flush, his brain tells him, go to sleep. That's all that, there's nothing he can do about it. That's how she goes. I think Costa's going to be able to find that shot. 5 minutes is a long time to not get punched in the face in a fight. I think Costa's going to be able to find that shot. Maybe not just like put him away, but dump him. I think Costa's going to dump Matt Schnell and then finish it up with some nasty ground and pound. Probably, I guess I could see him jumping on like a rear naked choke or something, dropping Schnell and jumping the back, getting a rear naked. But I think he's just going to go for the TKO. Chin and already chinny Matt Schnell. Alessandro Costa getting this one done. On to the good fights. We have the main card, Iwo Baranowski versus Junior Tafa. I'm going to take Iwo to win this fight. Allegedly. This is alleged now. Allegedly, this guy is a black belt in judo. I cannot remember a single, throw that I've seen him do, other than just throwing bombs. But allegedly, he does have a ground game. Junior Tafa does not. If Iwo goes out there and gets the takedown, he wins this fight. I think anybody could sub Junior Tafa at this point. Junior Tafa does have solid kickboxing though. He was a glory kickboxer. He does have solid kickboxing, solid Muay Thai, solid striking. The guy is a great, not a great striker. The guy is a very competent and solid striker. Very decent on the feet. Once it goes to the ground, he's a fish. That's really all there is to it. Once it gets to the ground, Junior Tafa is a fish. He can't do anything. He can't get up. He can't get out. He can't change position. It's how it goes. But I'm gonna take Iwo Baranowski to go in there, use his brain, and out-grapple Junior Tafa to find a submission. If he goes out there just chucking bombs like he has in the past couple of fights, this could get sketchy quick. We have seen him get dropped by Urslan, I want to say. We have seen this guy get dropped. I think he's going to be smart enough to use the grappling against Junior Tafa. Oh, man. Next up the card, we got Bryce Mitchell versus Santiago Luna. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people choose Luna and just kind of give Bryce Mitchell no chance in this fight. And I don't really know where that's coming from, you know? Bryce Mitchell is very good on the ground. He's not the best. He's not the best on the feet for sure. I think he's going to be better than Luna on a week's notice or 2 weeks' notice, whatever it was. Because he was supposed to be fighting Victor Henry, I want to say, this weekend. And then Victor pulled out. So Bryce Mitchell is now fighting Santiago Luna. I think Bryce is going to get the sub. You know, I think we're going to see a vintage Bryce Mitchell just grappling masterclass in this fight. Luna has solid grappling himself. Don't get me wrong. You know, he's not a buffoon when it comes to the grappling. But I think Mitchell's just another step ahead of him. He's just levels above. You know, to out-grapple Crone Gracie. Not get submitted by Crone Gracie. Yeah, granted it is Crone Gracie. But that's all he does. You know, if Bryce Mitchell would have outstruck Crone Gracie and he just murdered him on the feet, I could see that argument. But Crone was tossing up subs, trying to get subs, and Bryce just wasn't having it. You know, he out-wrestled Nurmagomedov. It was Said Nurmagomedov, but you know, this guy does have skills. He got knocked out by Josh Emmett. I believe anybody less than 185 to 190 pounds is getting colded by that shot. And, you know, would most people get hit by that shot is the question there, but that's neither here nor there. It happened. It did. Live and learn. I'm taking Bryce Mitchell to get the sub mid-second round in this fight. Next up the card. Into the feature fight. We have Fares Ziam versus Tom Nolan. Oh, man. See, this is another tough one. This is a decent fight. I'm leaning towards Fares Ziam. Tom Nolan is good. He does just find a way to win. I feel like Ziam has more finishing potential, though. You know, Ziam could put you out on the feet with a kick, with the knees. He could catch you with elbows or a punch even and hurt you. Or he could submit you. We're not really seeing the multifaceted attacks from Tom Nolan. You know, to the extent that we are seeing from Fares Ziam. So I think Fares Ziam gets this one done. It seems like his coaches have really solid game plans for his fights. So I think that's going to help out. He seems like he's solid or very good at listening to the game plan, listening to what his coaches are telling him in the corner, you know, making adjustments. I think Ziam wins this fight. Next up, in the co-main event, we got Brendan Allen versus Edmen Shabazian. On paper, Brendan Allen should win this fight. I'm leaning towards Brendan Allen winning this fight. Uh, I don't. Brendan Allen could go out there just straight retard maxing and get chinned. That's my only concern in this fight. Is he goes out there just zero regard. Oh, old man Shabazi, and this guy's not ranked. I'm number 5 in the world. Boom, slept. I just don't see that happening. He hasn't been knocked out for 5 years, I want to say. I want to say 2021 was the last time he got slept, and that was by Chris Curtis. Yeah, I'm gonna take Brendan Allen to win this fight. His grappling is much, much better than Edmonds. I'm gonna bet on the fact that Brendan Allen goes in there and gets the takedown, and then wins it via. It's definitely going to a decision. I could see a split decision, but I think it's probably going to be a unanimous decision, 30-27, but just a boring, he gets the takedown within 30 seconds of each round, and then just lays there for 4.5 minutes. That's the way I'm seeing Brendan Allen win this fight. I don't think he's going to go out there and strike. I don't think he's going to go out there and really, truly hunt subs if he gets the takedown. He could. I just don't see it happening. I think he's going to wet blanket his way to a boring 30-27 decision. On to the main event. We got, who is this guy? No. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. We got Bilal, remember the name Muhammad, versus Gabriel BONFIM. I'm going to take Bilal to win this fight. I'm not a huge fan of the guy. I don't like him, just due to the fact of how he did my boy Shavkat. Oh, I'm not going to shower after training. Oh, I got a bone infection now. Sorry, Shavkat, your title shot's gone. Fucking bitch ass. Fuck this guy. But this guy is solid. He's got really, really good wrestling. Great wrestling. Really solid grappling. He doesn't really hunt for subs all that much. It's tough to say that he really has many subs in his back pocket. But his wrestling is outstanding. Great top pressure. Great control. Once he gets you down, you can tell it's hard to change your position. Like I said, he's great with top pressure. He's not quite the fish on the feet that he used to be. He kind of went through that second puberty there after he started training with Khabib's team. Don't look too much into it. But, he has gotten much better on the feet. He's not just a lost kid on the feet now. I don't think he's going to get a knockout. Don't think he's going to finish the fight. But I do see a 50-45. I do see a 49-46. I just see Bilal dominating this fight. Maybe BONFIM wins a round off of him, type thing. I don't think BONFIM's gonna go out there and just cold Bilal Muhammad. I don't think BONFIM's gonna be able to find a submission on it. Like I said, this guy has great wrestling. He's not gonna really be in a bad position on the ground. You know what I mean? So I will be taking Bilal Muhammad to win this fight via grappling, via smudge fest, really. Because like I said, he doesn't really go for the subs. He could every now and then he'll try and like threaten a rear naked. No, he's not really going for it though. He's just kind of using it to change positions, basically. Um, but yeah, I think Bilal Muhammad wins this fight via decision. That's the video. The card this weekend, I mean, it's decent. It's Bryce Mitchell fight week. That's what I'm excited for. That fight should be main event. That'll be the video though. Thank you for watching. This has been Wheezy MMA. I'm Wheezy, and I'm out. Have a good one.